In this video, we're going to go ahead and highlight all the cool specs and some unique features that the Sony Linkbuds have to offer. So the quick overview to these, in case it's your first time finding out about them or you're doing research on them, well, these are the Sony Linkbuds. They retail for $180. They're the first earbud in the market with this unique design, which actually serves a couple of purposes. Because unlike traditional earbuds, the ones that actually go in your ear canal, having this loop design allow you to actually hear your surroundings. Sony does it differently by actually allowing us to actually have a pass-through hole in the center, as you see right here. Then these buds come in two available colors, black and white. The one you see here are black, and yes, they do have like a lighter tone of black, almost like a gray color when you look at it. It's structured with recycled materials, and the exterior is actually really soft, but can feel a little bit too slippery at times. Unfortunately, compared to other earbuds around this price tag, yes, the case is nice and compact. It does have the modern day anemones like USB-C and a manual pair button back here in case you're having a hard time pairing your device. But unfortunately, due to this small size, it does not have wireless Qi charging support. So the cable is the only option, the method you have to charge these earbuds, the case and everything else. They do have a very competitive battery life, as each earbud is able to deliver and achieve up to 5.5 of audio playback. And with the case and the earbuds in total, should be able to last up to 12 hours. And then it does have fast charging capabilities, as a 10-minute charge for the earbuds will allow them to have 90 minutes of audio playback time. And although the design may look like as if this is not water resistant, it does actually have an IPX4 water dust resistant rating. So yes, you could wear these as you work out, and it's okay to expose them to water in case a raindrop or something like that comes in contact with the earbuds. And of course, they're sensitive to touch, so you can actually pause and play by simply tapping on them while you're wearing them. They do have a unique microphone array, so when you're answering phone calls and such, the microphone qualities on these actually sound fantastic. You sound clear, so answering phone calls while wearing these shouldn't cause any issues. Now, a cool thing I noticed with these, whenever you place the earbuds back in the charging case, it's actually held together with a clickable mechanism. These ones actually rely on a locking mechanism, and you hear a nice satisfying click as you place it in, and it definitely does an excellent job of making sure they don't easily fall off. Now, when placing these earbuds in your ears, it connects right away to your main device. And these actually have their own dedicated app that will actually allow you to actually personalize these to your own personal preference, and there's a lot of hidden features that these earbuds have. So when we first launched the app, the interface is nice and laid out. Anybody will be able to know exactly where to go to adjust certain things. So here's the Linkbuds. On top, you can monitor the battery life percentage on both the right and left, including the charging case. And if something's acting up, being buggy or something like that, you can override the power off button right here. There's a little toggle right here on the top. Underneath, in the status section, you'll be able to control the audio, whatever your device is playing. You control it right here. But when you go into the sound, there's some unique things to this thing. So speak to chat. What this mode basically allows you to do, when this is enabled, whenever you begin talking, like verbally starting communicating with somebody else, whatever you're listening to, it will automatically pause and make it so you can hear the other person clear. And then when you're done talking, within 15 seconds, these will automatically resume back whatever audio you were listening to. Now, 15 seconds may seem like it's too long of a time, and I totally agree. That is where you can actually go in and customize it. If you tap the little gear icon right here, you can actually not only adjust the sensitivity. I like to personally leave it on automatic, but you can actually make it high or low sensitivity. Automatic, again, is the sweet spot for my personal experience. But when it says time until the mode closes, right here, standard is 15 seconds. Personally, I like leaving it at 5 seconds. This way, as soon as I'm done talking with somebody else, 5 seconds has gone by, I don't have to take out my device to resume whatever track I was listening to. Within 5 seconds, it'll automatically do that for me. On the bottom, here you can actually find the EQ settings. If you actually hit the little up arrow button, by default it's turned off, everything is just flat, but there's a custom pre-made profiles right here by simply swiping. So you got vocal, bass boost, and etc. And if you like to, you actually modify these little profiles if you wish. By tapping the gear icon, you can actually control the bass to override it into manual. You have full capability to adjust the EQ to your personal preference, and then just hit OK. And now that profile is saved and now it's under manual. Keep in mind, you could actually adjust this while you're listening to the audio. Now, if you go down where it says Bluetooth connectivity, you could actually prioritize sound quality over connection stabilization. So if you prioritize sound quality, I highly recommend check marking quality for the priority. Because honestly, if you're like me, whenever you're listening to music, your iPhone or your phone or whatever that's connected to these paired earbuds, it's nearby. But if you like to leave it like across rooms and such hallways, then yes, you will want to prioritize the connection instead. But again, personal preference. When I'm working out, my phone's usually nearby, so I like to prioritize sound quality. Now, DSEE is an option you could allow to do this automatically, which just stands for Digital Sound Enhancement Engine. This is basically Sony's tech. What this basically does is it actually attempts to improve compressed audio by restoring the normal sounding experience volume. So this will also enhance the audio experience. I highly recommend leaving this on, but you do sacrifice battery life, as it does require a little bit more juice to actually accomplish this. But if your workouts typically last anywhere between an hour or two, you'll be perfectly fine, still be able to average a really good battery life. Now, spatial sound optimization. This is basically very similar to like what Apple AirPods do with the spatial audio technology. These actually will allow you to do this because there are built-in sensors in these things. So when you tap measure, it'll actually walk you through the little different things you have to do to set this up. Like this one, rotate your face, slowly face your head down and upwards, complete. And then now we have to do the sides. So the cool thing about this, unlike AirPods, is that this is all integrated in these earbuds. It doesn't rely on your phone software to accomplish this. So yes, these do have spatial audio capabilities. Now in the system tab right here, adapted volume control. When this basically is enabled, if these earbuds detect that the ambient sound around you is getting too loud, these will automatically increase the audio and will just adapt to the environment basically. The tap feature. By default, a single tap on both the right and left will allow you to pause whatever track you're listening to and resume back as soon as you tap on it one more time. And then a double tap will allow you to skip track. You can actually modify each left and right individually to do different things. So if we tap the gear icon right here, so on the left tab, notice where it says function, you can either allow it to do playback control, like pause and play, skip track, volume control, select songs, launch the virtual voice assistant, launch Alexa that's built into these, quick access, or none assigned, as in just leave blank. So for the playback control, right now that's what I like to have on the left side. A double tap will pause and play, and a triple tap will allow you to skip track to the next song. Now on the right side, let's say for example I want my right to do something else. I wanted to adjust the control. Now by double tapping, it'll raise the volume and the triple tap will lower. And if I go down, I go select songs, the next track, previous track, and I'm pretty sure you get the understanding right here on what else you could do with this. So I highly recommend going through this library and finding out which one do you personally like. I like to just leave the basic audio control, to be honest, playback control. Now, wide area tap, with this enabled, if you miss the centerpiece and you still tap around it, these earbuds will actually detect that. So if you're having a hard time like activating the taps, with this enabled, it will guarantee you're always constantly hitting the spot. Now, automatic power off. When you take off these headphones, it will automatically pause whatever track you're listening to. And if you leave it on a countertop or something like that in a long duration, it'll just turn off completely and will resume back as soon as you place them in. If you don't want this feature, you could just tap on do not turn off. This way, the only way to turn these off is if you place it back in the case entirely. Now, pause when headphones are taken off. Again, very similar to like turn off feature. You could just turn this off or on if you want. Now, the notifications and voice guidance. Whenever you hear that little like beep sound whenever you start talking, or whenever you place an earbud in, it'll make like a beep sound letting you know that it paired to your device. If you don't like that sound, you could just disable it right here if you wish. Now, automatic download and software. Yes, these actually do receive software updates from Sony. I highly recommend leaving this section on because updates are updates and it doesn't hurt. Again, these earbuds will just receive updates to improve certain things, connections and such, sound quality, but also will possibly give us features I highly recommend leaving an automatic download. Now in the service section, there's another one I want to go ahead and cover, and that is the tap to Spotify. If you are a Spotify user and you want the ability to simply tap on either the left or right bud to actually quickly launch Spotify and resume whatever song you were listening to on that service, you can actually go in right here in the settings and just follow the on-screen instructions to set that up. So yes, you do have the Spotify perk. Now, once you're done adjusting all these settings, you can actually back this up by tapping the little dot icon on the top where it says backup and restore settings. Go ahead and click on it right here. Sign into your Sony account, which hopefully you created. If not, it's free to do. You can actually back up right here. So if later on you sell these or you experience any issues and stuff like that, you like to restore your settings, instead of having to redo everything all over again, you can just hit the restore option right here you see here. So that's pretty cool. You're actually allowed to actually back up your personal preferences and settings and restore it in case something happens down the line. Aside from that, in the little dots icon, you can also find like link tutorials in case you're unsure if you're actually wearing them properly. You can follow the on-screen instructions right here for you can actually find the correct size, which they provide a lot of different fittings for you, which the app itself does an okay job on educating its users on how to properly put these on and secure them onto your ear. But the quick rundown is this if you just pick these up. So the way you put these on is that you just simply just make sure this circle piece is in your ear canal first, or over your ear canal, I should say, and you simply place it on. And what I like to do is this part of my ear, I just make sure it overlaps. Just push this little wing part inside this section of the ear. And once you do that with the correct size, that little plastic bit should be tucked in underneath like so. And now it's secure enough that I could violently shake my head and then these are not gonna fall off. And these things do a fantastic job in staying in your ear. But if I were to give you my honest review, Sony did not give me these, by the way. I actually bought these out of pocket. I got them because out of curiosity, I just had to experience them and see if they're really legit and good or not. For my personal experience, they're not that comfortable. Now, this could just be because of my ear canal, but these are, after like 30 minutes or so, these actually start hurting me. Like they're causing a lot of ear fatigue for me already. It's really challenging for me to work out with these during my 1 hour workouts. And for $180, they don't have active noise cancellation like other earbuds do. I'm okay with AirPods because they have all three. You can have everything turned off completely, but you also have the ability to turn on transparency mode when needed. If you're having a conversation with somebody, you can hear them just fine. You can pause or play your music if you want audio to play or not. Active noise cancellation definitely does come in handy, especially during public transportation, like on the airplane and such. These don't have that, but these do allow you to experience like that natural hearing ability. Since it has that whole design I'm telling you about, I can still hear my surrounding even while listening to music. I'm no audiophile, but these are like standard in my personal opinion. But whenever I'm listening to like voiceover videos or narrated books, like on Audible, I notice that the vocals on these sound fantastic. And with that ring design, I have noticed these actually do allow a lot of sound to leak out. This could be a pro or a con. Medium audio level, it doesn't do that, but at max, people around you can hear what you're listening to. And if that's what you're trying to do, allow your friends to also hear whatever song you're listening to, then these will do a good job in doing so. These actually remind me like the old school iPod earbuds that they used to include. That's basically what the experiences has been like with these, as I'm still able to hear my surrounding. And if I want others to hear, I could just increase the audio levels. And when you're looking at them, the look is extremely unique. So these actually do look really awesome. And the overall microphone quality whenever answering a call, it's perfect. I have no complaints here whatsoever. I also appreciate the fact that these are, once more, water and dust resistant, as they do have an IPX4 water resistant rating. And I am an iPhone user, and I'm really happy to inform you that they work really well with an iPhone. But for me personally, I know Sony is marketing these earbuds to be the most comfortable earbuds they ever made. These actually hurt my ears, but this is just me. So I highly recommend just trying these on, see how they fit on you, try the different ear wing attachments they have available, and find the perfect one for you. But for my personal experience, after 30 minutes, once more, these actually start hurting me. So they're not really comfortable. I'd much rather use the Samsungs or just continue using my Apple AirPods. That's just from my personal experience. It could be totally different for you. But in terms of features, these things are jam-packed with a lot of unique features I haven't seen other earbuds integrate. So it definitely has its own unique pros and cons compared to other competitors in the market. But yeah, these Sonys, these are actually really cool. Just they're uncomfortable for me, unfortunately. Like once more, your experience could be totally different, so I highly recommend trying these on. do the 30-day trial. And if you don't like them, just return them. But with so many earbuds available in the market, it's hard to even recommend one perfect earbud. It sounds like we need to have a earbud showdown video. So make sure to hit that like button and let me know if you want to see the ultimate showdown video at the end of this year. Other than that, if you haven't yet picked up these Sony Linkbuds and you're curious and you're interested to know more about them, I'll be sure to include everything in the video description down below. Aside from that, if you want to check out the Beats Studio Buds, you can go ahead and check out that video over here as I do my 3-month review on them, as well as cover some of its unique features that it has as well. And then that video over there has a video that YouTube is recommending specifically for you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.